In 1945, the Yalta Conference set the stage for post-war Europe. Leaders Roosevelt, Churchill, and Stalin agreed on Germany's division and the UN's creation. Yet vague promises about Eastern Europe sowed seeds of mistrust. Key Cold War events and crises. Yalta Conference, February 1945. Held before Germany's surrender, Yalta was attended by Roosevelt, USA, Churchill, UK, and Stalin, USSR. The leaders agreed on the division of Germany, the establishment of the United Nations, and Soviet entry into the war against Japan. However, promises about free elections in Eastern Europe were vague and later broken, which sowed mistrust. Potsdam Conference, July-August 1945. By the time of Potsdam, Roosevelt had died and Churchill had been replaced by Attlee, changing the dynamic. The U.S. had successfully tested the atomic bomb, giving Truman added confidence. The mood was tense. Disagreements deepened over Eastern Europe and the future of Germany, reinforcing the growing rift between East and West. Berlin Blockade, 1948-1949. As the West introduced currency reforms in their zones of Germany, Stalin reacted by blocking all rail, road, and canal access to West Berlin, attempting to force the Allies out. The U.S. and Britain responded with the Berlin airlift, flying in supplies for 11 months. The blockade failed, and in 1949, Germany was formally split into two states, the Federal Republic of Germany, West, and the German Democratic Republic, East. Cuban Missile Crisis, October 1962. The most dangerous Cold War confrontation occurred when the U.S. discovered Soviet nuclear missiles in Cuba, just 145 kilometers from its coast. President Kennedy imposed a naval blockade and demanded their removal. After tense negotiations, the USSR agreed to withdraw the missiles in exchange for a U.S. pledge not to invade Cuba and a secret agreement to remove U.S. missiles from Turkey. The crisis highlighted the threat of nuclear war and led to improved communication through the Moscow-Washington hotline. In conclusion, the Yalta and Potsdam conferences, Berlin blockade, and Cuban Missile Crisis reveal how political decisions and strategic miscalculations fueled Cold War tensions. These key moments reflect the volatility of the era and the fragile balance of power that defined global relations. Thank you for joining us.